So Michael Volkening will hand it off to Michael Hollis, and we're underway here in the second half from Adelbert Gymnasium. It is throwback weekend on the campus of Case Western Reserve. That's why the Spartans are in the red and white of the Red Cats tonight, honoring Western Reserve Academy. On Sunday, if you come here, they'll be in Case Institute of Technology jerseys. We'd invite you to come on Sunday. Games are at 12 and 2. Men will play first, the women will follow. Hollis with defense inside. It was good defense, but a stronger shot by Nolan Haggerty. And if you're a Brandeis, it's exactly how you want to start the third quarter, or the second half, as it would be on the men's side.
Great play near the top of the key. Confusing the defense was Hollis and Frilling. Not much happened from it, though.
Two defensive stops for Brandeis.
Not the way you want to see the half starting. That was a great play by Sawyer there. I don't know how the ball went in, but excellent finish.
Sawyer, at the very last moment, switched it from his left hand to his right. He got enough muscle behind it to get it up and get it in. He's got 10. He'll look for 11. And the 7-point lead has almost disappeared.
We'll see Newton and Fowler checking in now for the Spartans. Sawyer taking a free throw shot now, as I said earlier today, second best shooter on this team from the line. Just above 76% this year.
Eight-point lead, down to 3. 55 seconds gone in this second half. Brandeis has started off with 2 impressive defensive stops. That defense is really aggressive right now. This is Newton floating across the lane. Hollis kept it alive. Ryan gets it back, and the second right-handed soft hook is good.
Newton and Iannotti, the two guys who usually are on the perimeter, but have been pounding it inside more today. Newton, it's his third or fourth post-hook shot of the game. Second of the two goes in.
6'6", 210 goes Ryan Newton. He's certainly strong enough to play inside. This is Jones. Ball swiped. And guess who's going back to the free throw line?
Sawyer scored 22 points against the Spartans last Friday. Today, he has really picked it up this half. He's now up to 12 total points in the game. He is leading this team to now be within 1 possession, possibly 2 points if he makes the free throw.
And he does.
Just like that, score 41-39. Spartans still looking confident. Their shots just not going in like they were earlier in the game.
Back to Newton. Iannotti, who was hot in the first half, and it continues here in the second. Antonio, he's got 15. It's his third 3. Brandeis looks for the cutters in this offense.
They do. They are a slow-paced team, methodical, and they rely on that 3 ball. But they also like to find guys inside.
And there's the 3 ball. Lean. Dylan Lean with his first 3 of the evening. He's got 5 points.
This team just cannot miss today. At least in this half, I should say. Unbelievable start for them.
They're on an 11-5 run to start this second half. Newton did not get the bounce.
He's just doing the same thing over and over again. The defense isn't challenging him too much. He had an opportunity to finish there.
Good help by Hollis. Good ball movement, but a poor shot, and Ryan Newton comes down with a strong rebound. Volkening's going to get a screen from Hollis. Back to Ryan Newton. They like this matchup with Newton and Haggerty. Fouls on Haggerty. Seen
a shot at Coach McGinnis there. Clearly thinking things through. Definitely doesn't like the start to this half for the Spartans. But Brandeis calls a timeout there.
Gene Bain wants a 30-second timeout. His team's red hot to start this second half. They're on a 11-5 run. We'll be back.
Inova Living is a modern, amenity-rich residential community located in Cleveland's Greater University Circle neighborhood, offering studio, 1- and 2-bedroom apartment homes. Enjoy all-inclusive living with convenient on-site shopping, 24-hour concierge services, a 24-hour fitness center, resident lounge, and more. All within close proximity to Case Western Reserve University. Inova Living online at inovaliving.com.
This Brandeis team, as both teams break their huddles, is 9-1 since 1 week into December. Their only loss in the last 10 games is by 10 points at Washington University in St. Louis, 70-60. 9-1 since December 7th, and that includes a win a week ago at home against this Spartan basketball team. Ionati off a high screen.
And that Wash you lost, let me remind you, that they're the number 11 team in the nation, so that is a tough team to beat.
Fowler way out. Shot clock's at 4. Rob's going to have to shoot it. Does, misses it, and that's Jones.
Great rebounding there, great positioning, better height and athleticism there. Should I say vertical? The Spartans have no way to stop Sawyer right now. That's 14 for him now in the ball game. Then under 4 minutes this half. Went from a 7-point lead to now a tie.
The 8-point lead is gone. Spartans desperately needing a hoop. Sawyer got tied up inside, and the possession arrow is going to go to the judges.
Saw a little bit of, I guess you could say, a lack of effort offensively on that possession. It seems like the Spartans right now really need to regroup. They're not looking like the same team as they were in the first half. Don't like to see efforts like those offensively.
Well, one thing they have done, Brandeis, defensively, is they have absolutely neutralized Cole Frilling.
Yeah.
We have not even called Cole's name in the second half. I'm not sure he's touched the ball offensively. He had just 4 points in the opening half.
And only 2 rebounds to go along with it for someone who's usually a very complete player.
Frilling had 30 points on Sunday in the win over NYU. Ionati was double teamed and found Newton. Beautiful job that time by Antonio Ionati. Ryan Newton's got 10.
Great steal there. That doesn't count. Let me also add, the beauty of when Antonio Ionati's putting up 15 points, shooting 6 for 11, the beauty is he will draw in defenders. On that play, he drew in a lot of defenders, and that's what allowed Newton to get the easy open layup, because Brandeis is afraid of him when he goes inside now.
A couple of subs in for the judges. Austin Clamage back in the game. Eric Diaguano is also in. One of the players that has been subbed out is Chandler Jones, and he has been the one that has absolutely shut down Cole Frilling. So let's see if Frilling gets any looks here. He's got the basketball. He's going to go right to the basket.
Well, you called that one, Ron. The second that Chandler Jones leaves the court, easy bucket for Frilling. Sawyer had no answer for him there.
Cole's going to pick up a foul.
Nice active hands, almost got the steal there.
Nolan Haggerty just had a good position, had his hips in front of Frilling's. Put him in a spot where Cole would have to wrap himself around him to get to that ball, and that drew the foul. Zucker back in the game for Brandeis, Mutan Zucker, number 23. The cutter. Fowler picks up the errant pass. Bob Fowler to the basket. Newton's shot will not count. Foul's on the floor, and it's going to go against Sawyer. We'll get a look at it right here in this replay.
Looks like he's attacking the basket. Instead, Sawyer just hits him before the shot counts.
Hollis with it. Looking for a screen from Cole Frilling. It's Frilling against Sawyer. Fade away. Cole missed a shot.
Even though he missed,
grabbed it.
You know he feels good about this matchup. He likes the ball in his hands here. Look for him to attack more in future possessions.
Shot was blocked by Newton. Frilling controlled it. Here comes Fowler with it. Bob Fowler kicks it. And they're going to call a player control foul. They say Bob ran over Dylan Lean. Didn't look like Lean had his feet quite set.
Yeah.
I think that one goes in favor of the judges. But
and
Brandeis is going to have the ball, and the Spartans are going to put on a full court press.
Jones must have enjoyed his solid minute of rest.
He's back in the game.
You can tell that Brandeis knows they're down 4. They cannot allow the offensive firepower of Cole Frilling to be an option for them. And if Jones shuts him down, he has to be in there right now.
Well, there's no one more disappointing to see Chandler Jones back in the game than the young Cole Frilling. But that's why you're an athlete. You enjoy the challenges. And this will help the first-year player grow. Long 3, and it's a good one by Diaguano. He's got 7.
That's his first 3-pointer made today. He has 7 points on the day now. That's good for the second most on this Brandeis squad after Sawyer, who has 16.
See how the Spartans answer. Fowler to the basket, missed it short. Comes Brandeis on the break the other way. This is Lean, kicks it out.
Bad pass there. Good pass. Jones could have had a nice 3 set up for him.
Open look, 3 in the air, and it's good.
Wow.
Austin Clamage just knocked down a 3. Todd McGinnis off the bench as soon as the ball went through the net. He wants a timeout.
Clamage now 14 for 22 this year from beyond the arc. Look, Chandler Jones may not have called his name when he got on the court, but since he entered back in, 6-point run for the judges.
The 8-point lead is gone. It's a 2-point deficit now for the men in red.
With 13 minutes still to go, you have to wonder what Coach McGinnis is telling his players here, how to regroup, what the new strategy is, because obviously this half, Brandeis at +9 overall compared to the Spartans. Or excuse me, plus 10 actually. So when you're looking at it, you don't want this to get out of control. Because in 7 minutes, again, 10-point differential in 7 minutes. That's not looking good for CWRU.
Todd McGinnis in the middle of that huddle right now. Coach McGinnis in his 4th year here at Case Western Reserve. Earlier, Alex had mentioned that the 9 wins that they have this year right now already equaled the total of a year ago. They were 9-16 last year. They're 9-9 right now.
One thing that's really interesting about this half so far, 7 for 10 is what Brandeis is shooting right now. 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. They cannot miss, and Case Western Reserve doesn't have an answer for him.
That 3-point shot by Diaguano tied a career record in the history of the men's basketball program at Brandeis. So Diaguano is an all-time school record holder right now. Next one he makes, he'll become the single sole record holder. That
was beautiful. Frilling somehow stays upright, finds Fowler Fowler with the beautiful feed to Ignis. Spartans back up.
Colin Sawyer.
Sawyer 6 for 8 now from the field, 6 for 6 from the free throw line. What a game he's having.
Well, what a second half he's having.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. He, out of his points, 12 of them coming this, or excuse me, 10 of them coming in the second half.
Fouls on Diaguano. Number 22, the senior forward out of Saunderstown, Rhode Island. Back to Newton again on that block. Left-handed hook wouldn't go, but Cole Frilling is there for the follow. Frilling's got 8.
With that, Spartans back up 1 in this back and forth game. You're going to see Chandler Jones bring up the ball now. for the judges.
Sawyer.
Great switch there by Frilling. Great defensive switch to prevent Sawyer from scoring, but doesn't matter because number 25, Zucker, gets the easy lay-in instead.
Well, Sawyer did a great job of identifying the switch and got it to his teammate Haggerty for that layup. Haggerty's got 8.
That's why Sawyer's such a well-rounded player and all-around threat, because that sort of passing and high IQ is needed.
Frilling got a step on Jones that time and created some space with the fadeaway.
Yeah, that was number 44, Bob Fowler, actually. 12 points now on the day. .11:29 left. Spartans up 1. 30-second timeout for the judges here. See a little fan here dancing along to the music, supporting Case Western Reserve squad. Get that right in front of our CWRU cheerleaders here. As we said, Spartans bouncing back a little bit here in the last 2 minutes. Changed it up a bit. Now Spartans back on top. Really excited to see how the last 10 minutes or so of this game goes here. See if the Spartans find an answer to Colin Sawyer, because if Sawyer scores at this rate, might be tough on CWRU. We're going to see the same lineup back out there for the Spartans, though. Ignis, Newton, Fowler, Frilling, and number 15, Jason Lewis. Lewis, the guy you said earlier on, not seeing him too much overall this season, but back in for the second time this game. He's logged about, 7-8 minutes now.
He's got the basketball and a step to the basket. He's fouled before the shot. Foul's on the floor. Foul's on Diaguano. That is Diaguano's second. Dylan Lean has now checked back into the game for Brandeis. Newton, that soft hook. Foul will go against Frilling. Frilling and Jones battling inside. They're going to get Cole for his, I believe that's his 4th. That is his 4th foul. So that's double bad news. They missed a shot, and Frilling got his 4th foul. He's on the bench now. Michael Hollis is checked in for him.
Might be a little bit harder for the Spartans to score points here without Frilling on the court. Going to really need to focus in on getting defensive stops, something they've struggled with quite a bit in this second half. Brandeis' field goal percentage for the game now up above 50% with this great second half. So we'll see how what happens with the challenge here.
Spartans trying to keep their head above the water right now, trying to resist this relentless charge by the judges. Defense, Brandeis keeps it. Good ball movement, real good ball movement. Sawyer, that was an air ball. Colin Sawyer has not missed many in this game and hasn't, I don't know if he's missed it all in the second half. I'm sure he has, but it certainly hasn't seemed like it. But that is a welcomed miss. Massiulionis with Sawyer in his face. Ignis drops it right over. Frustration in Sawyer's face because, you know what, he had good defense. Ignis just launched one.
Ignis is the guy who doesn't care if there's a defender in his face because he's capable of making shots from anywhere.
Jones flashes the middle. Ball kept alive by Haggerty. Brandeis will get another look at it. Massiulionis grabs the long rebound.
Newton. He's attacking here.
He had the locomotive going, Ryan did.
Clamage, great D there to stop it.
Gonna call the foul on him. Foul's on Austin Clamage. That is Austin's first. He's beside himself. He can't believe the foul was called on him. Spartans will have the basketball, up 4, 10:03 left. Nolan Haggerty will get a rest. Utan Zucker will check in for his teammate. Fowler will inbound. This is Masiulionis, catch and shoot. Tell you what, Alex,
shots.
If Ignis gets hot, I mean, he's a streak shooter. He's either right on or off. And those last two looks have been impressive. It's a bad pass.
Scary when he's at his best. This guy put up 22 points. This is a career high, but he can regularly score in that 15 to 20 range.
Lewis to the basket. Some confidence from Jason Lewis. Shot was missed. This is Clamage out top, playing catch with Lean. Working it inside, and free throws are coming the way of Utan Zucker. Fouls on Ryan Newton, that's his second. This is Zucker at the foul line for the first time tonight. Zucker had 2 points in the opening half. He's scoreless so far in 11 minutes of the second half until that free throw. Alex, every time we broadcast the Spartan game against the Judges of Brandeis, I extend an open invitation to one of the most notable, at least in my mind. Lewis misses the shot. Hollis tries to keep it alive. One of the most notable, at least in my mind, alums of Brandeis, and that is a man by the name of John Landau. Three-point shot is made by Dylan Lean. Lean's got 8. And that Spartan lead has gone from 6 now down to 1. John Landau graduated from Brandeis in 1968. He went on to be a writer covering music, rock and roll specifically. One night saw a young man from New Jersey performing, Ignis Masiulionis with the floater.
He is hot. 10 points now.
He's got 7.
I've got 10 on here for me, but regardless.
Do you have the live score?
Yeah, I do.
Well, I'll continue my story during this timeout, so we'll stay right here. So one night, John Landau, Brandeis grad of 1968, walks into a bar to watch a guy by the name of Bruce Springsteen play. And to that point, nobody outside of the shores of New Jersey who knew Springsteen was, and Landau was a notable music critic, and he wrote the next day, "I have seen the future of rock and roll, and it is Bruce Springsteen." So he is credited with, really finding Springsteen, at least from the national stage, because he was a legend, obviously, in his hometown of New Jersey, home state of New Jersey, but became Springsteen's manager later, producer of his most iconic albums. And so I always extend, I'm a huge Springsteen fan, so I always extend while we're broadcasting Brandeis games, if anybody in the Brandeis community knows John Landau, tell him he's got a free ticket, thanks to me, to any Case Western Reserve Brandeis basketball game.
So kind of you to extend the offer,
yes.
Ron.
I'd love to meet him one day.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
All right, back to basketball. Spartans up 3 out of that timeout. We got 8 minutes left.
Jones, aggressive defense, half-court press there. Ignis wants the ball in his hands, though.
Going to drive to the basket, lay it up, lay it in. He is taking over the basketball game right now. Masiulionis with 12. Long 3 by Jones. Ignis grabs the rebound, doing it at both ends.
Doing everything right now.
Ignis has been an interesting player to watch in his career here at Case Western Reserve. He came here as a freshman as Iannotti throws up a 3 and knocks it down. Iannotti's got 18. Ignis was a sharp shooter right out of the rip. I mean, he could knock everything down. Timeout on the floor. The lead has grown to 8 for the Spartans. We will take this timeout. We'll be back.
Inspired by the 60s, Dave's Cosmic Subs is spreading love around the world one sub at a time. Voted the best in Cleveland, Dave's Cosmic Subs uses only the freshest ingredients, all wrapped in the history of rock and roll. Dave's Cosmic Subs are perfect for any occasion, especially your next Spartan athletics gathering. Visit Dave's Cosmic Subs Coventry or call 216-320-0330 for delivery. There's only one legendary sub, and that's Dave's.
Wearing red tonight for the Red Cats of Western Reserve. There's also Wear Red today across the country for the American Heart Association. Fits in nicely with the throwback weekend. Here's a look. There's Ionati. Antonio has hit 4 of those tonight. 3-point shots. He leads the team with 52 three-pointers made now. Shoots over 40% from outside the arc. He shoots 41% from outside the arc, Alex. He shoots 40% from the field overall, so percentage-wise, he's a little bit better outside 19-9.
Isn't that unbelievable? You never see that. But that's why we see him from beyond the arc so often. I'm so surprised to see him driving this often this game today.
Yeah, you're right, early on especially.
Yeah.
Haggerty inside, Newton with real good defense.
Block. That's what you like to see out of him.
He's really muscling up tonight. He's scoring inside with those soft hooks. He can shoot it from outside. We've seen him knock down threes, but he's decided that tonight's his night inside. This is Massiulionis. Newton with a beautiful ball fake. He got smoked on the way to the basket. Let's see if they'll say he was shooting or not. They'll say 2 shots. It is the 7th team foul for fouls on Sawyer. Newton on the season, 65% from the foul line. First trip tonight.
Started this half. A lot of the momentum was on this Brandeis team. Looked like they were going to maybe even take control of this game after their hot start. But just like that, Spartans back up 9. Key free throws there by Newton as well to extend that lead.
Shot clock's at 12. High glass shot. Oh, did not fall. It was at the top of the rim.
Zucker, great rebound there over Hollis as well.
Hollis just stole it from Haggerty. Bob Fowler with the basketball. Hollis will hold it.
Really been in this game a lot. Now that he's recovered from the concussion, being thrown back into action by Coach McGinnis.
Foul in the backcourt on Ryan Newton. It's Ryan's 3rd. Hollis had a good look. I'm sure Michael would like that shot back. They're going to get Ryan right there with a slap across the forearm. That is the 7th team foul for the Spartans, so that has sent Haggerty to the free throw line. 1-1, Nolan Haggerty, 53% on the year, and that's Hollis who grabs the miss.
Really got to give a lot of credit to Coach McGinnis and the Spartan offense. Started off the second half slow. They've regrouped. They realized that their identity to this game has been pounding it inside. Lead back up to 9. Not letting this tough defense get to them.
Massiulionis. Ignis is going to shoot free throws.
Took a big tumble. Looks
yes,
to
he
be
did.
Totally fine, though. I was concerned for a little bit. Look at him fly.
Well, Brandeis, after being down 8 at halftime, came out and actually took a lead. They took a 50-48 lead with 13:22 left in the game. And then they took another lead at 52-51.
Yeah, I know. You're absolutely right. 52-51. Since then, seen a 7-17 run.
Coach Bain is lamenting the fact that he's saying that this guy who averages 2 points a game is killing us. First of all, Ignis averages 6 points a game. And secondly, I'm sure Coach Bain doesn't know the backstory on Ignis. Like I was starting to say, his freshman and sophomore years, specifically his freshman year, he was a sharpshooter that had no peer. But then he lost his confidence midway through his sophomore year, and he really struggled, I think, mentally with just confidence in shooting, and he stopped shooting. And the only way to get that confidence back is to keep shooting and shoot through slumps. And you know, maybe tonight's going to be one of those moments for Ignis where he finds his way. And if he ends up leading this team to a successful night tonight, maybe that confidence starts to slowly work its way back.
And that would be truly so wonderful to see. Coach Bain, second-year coach, didn't see Ignis in his freshman year, and I guess didn't quite look into that because Ignis is the most high-powered, high-volume potential scorer that the Spartan team even has at his best, at his most confident.
Massiulionis drew the defense. Ball movement, shot clock's at 10. This is Ionati off a switch. Hollis is going to go to the basket, floated up, back of the rim wouldn't go. Michael cannot find the net right now. This is Jones in the break. Spartans need a stop. Sawyer, he's done everything in the second half. Ball fake, shot, changed the arc of it. Ryan Newton did. Faller's going to walk it up. We're approaching the 4-minute mark left in this second half. Spartans up 11, 70-59. Bob, opposite screen. One pass too many. Newton almost stole it back. Sawyer's down on the floor, cramped up, left calf cramping up. Looks like a muscle cramp, trying to stretch it out. He's telling everybody he's fine. He just got to stretch that cramp out. Everybody's had one of those cramps before. It just kind of grabs you.
Sneaks up on you out of nowhere and is very bothersome.
Todd McGinnis huddling up. His team trying to come back from a week ago when they were down 13 at halftime and eventually lost 71-64. They had a great second half. They cut into that lead. Obviously, they won the second half. And Coach McGinnis at halftime of this game was saying that he really thinks that the second half from last week has led to the confidence level of tonight. Yes, we know Brandeis is ranked 25th in the country. Yes, we know they're one of the best teams in our University Athletic Association. But, hey, you know what? We proved that we can play with them. So he was hoping that it would last. It certainly has, especially since Brandeis, you know, came out and really knocked them in the face. You know, they erased an 8-point lead like that, took the lead. Right then, the confidence could have crumbled for this Case team. They could have just crumbled. I mean, they could have fallen apart, but they did not. They answered the call. And at this point right now, with 3:43 left, they've got a double-digit lead. Defense will have to take them through the rest of the way, though. Shot clock's at 4. Haggerty's going to get one inside. Newton's going to get called for the foul. Ryan thought he had all ball. Fouls against Newton. That's his 4th. Here's a look at it. I'm going to say he got him on the head, and they did. It's a good call. Ryan blocked the ball, but he got Nolan Haggerty across the top of his crown.
Haggerty, quite the unique free throw motion, almost shoots it with his elbow popping out and moving inside there. Can't connect in the first one. Shooting this year, 53% from the charity stripe.
Full timeout on the floor. Coach Bain wants one for Brandeis. We'll take one too. Got 3:30 left.
Have you heard the news? The Intercontinental Cleveland has earned its 10th consecutive 4-Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or highly personalized wedding? Choose excellence in the Intercontinental Cleveland. Our planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience which is proudly world-class. Call us today at 216-707-4100 for more details or to request a tour of our spectacular accommodations.
Inova Living is a modern, amenity-rich residential community located in Cleveland's Greater University Circle neighborhood, offering studio, 1- and 2-bedroom apartment homes. Enjoy all-inclusive living with convenient on-site shopping, 24-hour concierge services, a 24-hour fitness center, resident lounge, and more. All within close proximity to Case Western Reserve University. Inova Living online at inovaliving.com.
Judges come out in a full court press. They know they've got some work to do, and time's starting to run slow. Foul in the backcourt. It's going to go against Dylan Lean, and that's going to bring both teams down to the other end, and Massiulionis is going to shoot free throws. Actually, it's going to be Bob Fowler. Michael Hollis back in. Quickly down the floor. Judge is operating with some anticipation here. Spartans in his zone.
Jones clearly not confident in his shot today, which is interesting.
And with that three,
7-point game.
Diaguano becomes the school's all-time leading scorer from outside the arc. Cole Frilling likes the open look, knocks it down. Boy, that is a cold-blooded freshman right there. Diaguano will shoot it again. He's going to shoot 3 free throws. Fouls on Frilling. I believe that's Cole's 5th foul. It is. He's walking off with frustration. His teammate Antonio Iannotti getting him a slap, bumping him up, saying, "Good job, young fella." How many points did Frilling finish with? I've got 13, but I keep my score, by memory and on hand here. You've got the live, computerized, supercharged laptop in front of you.
I've got 11. I think he counted one Fowler bucket as a Frilling bucket.
Gotcha.
So he got 2 more points for Frilling, but
he's got it finished with 11. So not the night that Cole was looking for, obviously.
Yeah.
But he made some key shots when we needed them.
He did. Shot 5 for 9 overall, 4 boards. Obviously, as someone who averages around 15 and 5 or 6, you're looking for more than 11 and 4 against the top 25 national team, but that's okay. He had a solid outing and enough that the Spartans can definitely still win.
Hollis is going to get run down from behind. I think Michael thought he was going to draw the foul. Ignis will shoot the 3, missed it short. I think he had too open of a look that time.
That happens. That gets in your head as a player a lot.
Oh, yeah. I mean, those guys who can shoot it, they'd rather have somebody in their face.
Yeah, you still got to be in there.
You trust your process there. You don't think about it. You just shoot it.
That's why a lot of times you see even at the NBA level, great three-point shooters can't make anything in the three-point contest when no one's around.
Boy, something happened defensively, and Chandler Jones was wide open. That's his first bucket of the second half. Of course, his role tonight has been the defense on Cole Frilling. Game's down to 6. It's a 4-0 Brandeis run right now. Approaching the 2-minute mark. 73-67.
CWRU trying to limit the possessions of Brandeis, only take good shots, I'm assuming.
Bob Fowler. Boy, that is persistence right there. That is staying with it.
Leads back to 8. Big play there by Fowler. Jones really not confident in his shot, passing another open opportunity.
Hollis up high for the rebound. Fowler in the backcourt. Newton. Ball's in trouble, and Todd McGinnis called a quick timeout. That's a smooth move by the fourth-year head basketball coach here at Case Western Reserve. We've got 97 seconds left. Don't go away.
Inspired by the 60s, Dave's Cosmic Subs is spreading love around the world one sub at a time. Voted the best in Cleveland, Dave's Cosmic Subs uses only the freshest ingredients, all wrapped in the history of rock and roll. Dave's Cosmic Subs are perfect for any occasion, especially your next Spartan athletics gathering. Visit Dave's Cosmic Subs Coventry or call 216-320-0330 for delivery. There's only one legendary sub, and that's Dave's.
TJ Duckett. TJ's usually sitting there in a suit helping out. One of the most talented post players in the history of Case men's basketball. Graduate now. Loved watching him play. His development from his freshman year to his senior year was significant. Really, he turned into, if not the top player in the University Athletic Association his senior year, at least in the top 2 or 3.
Wow.
Spartans 97 seconds away from an upset victory. Trying to hold on here. They're going to have to move the ball up the floor against the full court press. Man press being applied by Brandeis. They're going to inbound that ball right in front of TJ. Standing right next to Michael Hollis, or TJ sitting next to Hollis on one of those folding chairs. This is Newton with a basketball. Patience. Ionati's got it. Shot clock's at 16, game clock at 1:28. Fowler almost got it stolen. Hollis now has it. Looks right, it's Masiulionis. Ignis spots and shoots, misses it right. Here come the judges. Sawyer for 3. 5-point game.
That was big.
Colin Sawyer, the senior, came into the game. You know, I talked about Ionati with 41% from the field outside the arc. Colin Sawyer came into the game shooting 47% from outside the arc.
And 52% from the field. It's ridiculous to think about. Now he has 21 points today total. Really great game for Sawyer. He's what's kept this Judges team in the game. With 71 seconds, a bucket here would be really nice for CWRU.
The young ladies that are running the musical selections tonight inside of Delbert Gymnasium, they're doing a great job. It's a throwback weekend, so all the music is throwback as well. Boogie Wonderland is on now. Want to thank our videographers, Shayna and Brian. Brian's up in the landings. He's up in the theater seats, and video replay Brian Trail does a great job. Mike Becker, our director. Awesome job as always. It's really fun bringing you all these Case men's and women's home games against University Athletic opponents, and the people that make it happen visually are the ones that we just identified. They do a wonderful job and have for a long time. So it's a delay of game warning on, and you'll see it right here in the replay. Sawyer steps on the baseline. So Hollis will inbound it. Michael gets it back from Ignis.
Full court press here. Aggressive defense by the Judges.
Trap it at half court. Clamage is on Masiulionis. Shot clock's at 13 seconds. Hollis with a seam, kicks it. Ionati, they need it. Got it. That's a killer right there.
Big shot.
Antonio Ionati in front of his teammates, Alex.
21 on the day now.
Justice with his first bucket of the second half. 36.9 left. Fowler drew the foul. He's going to shoot 2. It's a double bonus. That's the 10th team foul on Brandeis. So Bob's going to make the walk, number 44. Sophomore guard from Columbus. On the season, he's averaging 9 points per game, but in conference play, he's really found his way. He's averaging 13 points per game. And tonight, he's over that season average.
Spartans back up 8. Big free throws there.
How about that 3 by Antonio Iannotti?
That was unbelievable.
That was pressure, not only in the moment, but he was wide open too. That's what you and I were just talking about. Sometimes those are the toughest shots to hit when nobody's around you.
You're absolutely right. And that 3 also brought him to his season high. He reached 20 points 3 times this year. Finally, he's at 21.
Ooh, Sawyer went up, got hit hard. He's going to shoot free throws. Fouls on Hollis. Well, that is something you do not see very often, and that's a miss.
That was Colin Sawyer's first missed free throw of the day. 22.9 seconds left. Spartans, especially last year, had some trouble closing games. This year they've resolved that, they've improved there a lot, but today looks like they did a really...
Ball in the corner, Iannotti was trapped and went off Brandeis, so Spartans will keep it. There are 20.6 seconds left.
Anyway, Spartans really done a great job this year of ensuring teams don't come back. They don't let them back into games as much as we're used to seeing today especially.
Fouls on Chandler Jones. It's going to bring Ryan Newton to the foul line.
Jones now at 4 fouls for the day.
Newton's going to shoot 2. Double bonus in effect.
Great make there by Newton. 8-point game. Game's looking to be all but ice soon, especially with the help of this free throw number 2.
Ryan Newton finishing strong for his teammates. Long 3. Beautiful shot. Dylan Lean.
We haven't heard much from Lean today. He's hit 3 3-pointers, total of 11 points. 6-point game.
This game's not over.
No, it's not. It's not. It would take a lot for Brandeis to win, but they definitely could.
Well, here's the scenario. Fowler goes 0 for 2. They hit a 3 quickly. It's a 3-point game with, say, 6 seconds left. They'll foul again. But the problem for Brandeis, they're in the double bonus. So Case Western Reserve is getting 2 free throws every time. It's not like a 1-and-1 where if they miss the first one, you get the rebound, you get it back. And as long as the Spartans can make their free throws, then let's turn out the lights. Fowler makes them both. They won't touch it till they have to. Diaguano with it. Kicks it. That shot took too long, and that has wrapped up this ball game. An upset victory. Spartans of Case Western Reserve 84-76. They knock off the 25th ranked team in the country, Brandeis. With the win, they improved to 10-9 on the season. They improved to 3-5 in conference play. Brandeis loses for only the second time in conference play. They dropped to 6-2. They are now 14-5 on the season. We're going to get Bob Fowler. He's going to join us. You can stand up. Yeah. I mean, you just played a game. You don't need to rest, right?
No, I'm good.
So this is going to give me a great opportunity to ask the horse's mouth, so to speak. Do I call you Robert or do I call you Bob?
You can call me Bob.
All right.
I like Bob, yeah.
Because for years I called you Robert, and then Coach McGinnis always referred to you as Bob, and I didn't know if that was his, shot at you or what.
No, it's Bob.
Would your mother prefer Robert?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, all right. All right, Bob Fowler with us. Bob, 84-76. A week ago you lost to these guys, down 13 at halftime.
Yeah.
What did you learn?
Well, we came out slow the first half of the game in Boston, and we knew we couldn't do that again here. And so that first half was huge for us. We started off really strong, made some tough shots, and we knew they were going to fight back in the second half, and we just had to keep our foot on the pedal and not give in, and we did that at the end.
Well, they did fight back. You were up 8 at halftime. They actually took the lead at 50-48, then again at 52-51. So if there was an opportunity for you guys to fold, saying, hey, this is the 25th team, we stayed with them as long as we could, it would have been then, but you didn't.
Yeah. And I think that comes with experience. Last year, I think we might have folded because we didn't have that experience and that leadership. But this year we have those seniors that can really lead us, and we just have a group of guys that really want it.
Now, you specifically, individually, if you look at your numbers, non-conference-wise, leading into University Athletic Association play, and since then, you are excelling right now in the UAA. You're averaging almost 14 points per game.
Wow.
What's been the difference for you?
I think it's definitely confidence. My teammates are giving me confidence. My coaches are giving me confidence, and I'm having more confidence. They're telling me to shoot it when I get it and make a play, and that goes a long way.
Well, Bob, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad I finally know what to call you. All right?
I like that.
Have a great night.
Thank you so much.
See you Sunday.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Bob Fowler and his Case Western Reserve University teammates. Big winner tonight, 84-76, the final over Brandeis University.